Hey YouTube, it's been a while. Um, see, today it's 6:35 in the morning, and it is Saturday, September 13th. We are getting ready to head out here about 10 minutes to the IPMS Gateway regional event. And this is a show I went to the first time last year. This is really the only show in my area, unless I want to drive up toward Indianapolis or Kansas City. It's a little far for me. St. Louis is just about 2.5 hours from where I'm at, so it's still a drive, but it's not that bad. I was working on the Henschel for this show. It's not going to make it. Had a problem with the decals where they just disintegrated in water, so no decals on it. And yeah, but I will flip the camera around here and I'll show you what we got going. So I'll have to excuse the shadows. Zoom out here. So while the Henschel is not going to make it, this is just a case turned upside down, I will be taking the Hudson. And it's not great. You can see right there where the paint's pretty thin because I ran out of that color. It's not great. And it's definitely not show quality, but I would have something on the table. And this, of course, was a gift from my friend Matthew. Hi, Cat. And great kit, Mobius kit. If you want a Hudson, this is your only game really. So, and it's a good one. So it's gonna be happening. Of course, I got some bubble wrap in there. Cover it with a towel just to keep it secured. It is a long drive, and Illinois roads aren't the greatest. I've got a notepad here. So this back big page is a registration form that I pre-filled out for this, so I wouldn't have to do it. I've got a list here for the raffle tickets. They have a raffle. They start at 6 tickets for $5. For me, for Carol, and I've got a work friend that wanted some, so that's what that section's for. Some of my stickers, hand out to fellers. And then kits I'm looking for, what they are, their number, and then their average price from either the vendors that are connected to ScaleMates, just averaged them all out, or their sold prices on eBay. So that'll keep me organized. Other than that, we are getting ready to go here. Hopefully I don't forget to film like I did at Mark Twain in June. And been super excited. That cat's getting into something. I can hear it. Been pretty excited. This is really the only modeling thing I get to do in the year. So some of those guys, especially over on the East Coast, get to go all over. It's like once every 3 months or something like that. But I'm happy with the one show. I'd like to do more, but I mean, I'm content. So the doors open at 9. We're gonna get there about 9:30, 10-ish. I'll be there all day. I'll be there when it closes, and gonna go up there, have lots of fun with some good guys. Carol's going with us, so it'll be a fun time. And mainly focusing on ships. I want lots of ships. I've been thinking about it a lot recently. If you take your average 1/350 scale battleship as a baseline, set you back about $150, $200 maybe, somewhere in that range, brand new from a retailer. That's kind of expensive, yeah, but you can work on a ship for 2 years, a single kit, if you want to. You know, I've been working on the Constitution for 9 months. So really, when you come down to it, I think it averages out to less than, you know, because you could buy tank kits for $100. You could buy 48 scale airplanes for $80. The Tamiya Phantom is about $90. So I think when it comes down to it, the ships have the most, as far as cost wise, they're the least per hour of building. So I hope to get quite a few ships, 350 scale ships, couple 700s. They're kind of small for me. I really can't do them that well, but there's a couple kits that I do want. And then the big item I'd like to get is the 1 to 200 scale, the Trumpeter Olympic. Yeah, so that's Titanic's sister, and then she became a troop transport during the First World War and had some 6-inch guns put on her, and it dazzle camouflage. Excuse me. And it looks pretty cool, and of course it's huge. So if I can get that for a good price, I might be coming home. I'll probably have to put down a seat in the car, but it'll be coming home. But we'll see. I'll try and film when I get there. I'm gonna make myself do it this time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Sorry for the dead air. It's time to go. So I'm gonna get going, and we will see you in a couple hours. Hey YouTube, we're here at the IPMS Gateway, open in Afton. And there's Carol's here with me. Let me just turn the camera around and show you what we got going on. As you can see, we are packed in here and we're having a good time. So I'm going to show you the vendors best I can. They're still judging the models, so I'm going to show you the vendors, and then later tonight I'll show you my acquisitions. So stand by, I guess. We're going to look at our first booth. Lots of vintage stuff over here. Some good stuff. B-36. That's a cool airplane. This is cool too. And books. Mercury Atlas space missiles. Baked kits. There's Matt. Say hi to YouTube, Matt.
He's coming. Hi, YouTube.
Got the big kits right here.
What?
Your Denny model? Yeah. Yes. Oh, you got one? Okay.
Chrome spray. Squeeze on past here.
Good stuff. It looks really good. It shouldn't, but I don't know.
Come on, for some younger modelers.
This one's still a river shark. I want that five.
What is this?
They just came out. I believe it's like the There you go. This whole thing I saw it. Oh, really? Or 1.9.
Pre-built. Lots of airplanes. Corsair, I like the Corsair. It's my favorite airplane. Corsair 2. I've already bought from these guys. Probably look crazy talking to myself, don't I?
I mean, I do it all the time, so I mean, I think it's okay.
That's okay. Big old railgun. Here's your cars. That's a good price. That's a good price too. For some reason, that's what much expensive. Well, airplanes and helicopters. That makes up the bulk, I think. Airplanes. Squadron.
We almost have it where we have a build day every day of the week.
I'm getting into tanks here. What was that one? Ships. Titanic, Saratoga. Fantasy. And this guy right here. I can't believe they let these people in here.
With my long hair,
Yeah.
I look like a hooligan.
Unkempt.
I didn't even realize it was this bad until I got here.
I'm doing stuff for YouTube. So
I
these...
just recorded a
No, you're fine. So these were competitors for Transformers. And then Monogram was able to make kits. But they convert and everything. That one's pre-started. But they're pretty cool. Board games. World of Tanks game. Lots of Gundams. They opened up Gundams this year as a category, so that's why there's a lot more. This is cool. I don't even know Gundams, but that's pretty cool. Turn around here. Some more vintage stuff. Cool Phantom. Big, gigantic Frankenstein. Hasagawa. I wonder if it's translucent. That looks like a copy of the Monogram box art. It's interesting. Lots of wheeling and dealing. Atlantis. 75.
Sorry.
Old Lindbergh LS2. We've got one of these pretty close. It's in Evansville. It's actually doing its river trip. It still operates.
The B-17 and the C-47. And more of folk 190%. Pretty much everything else. We didn't sell anything for price. I didn't sell anything for price.
Another Constitution. That's a smaller one than mine, though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he would have.
Cutty sword.
Well, we were walking. I don't know. Paul, he didn't know I had a chance.
Well, scale wise,
So to this person, it's like, okay, that'll work too.
All you vintage stock car fans, you come to these folks right here and they're going to hook you up. Got all kinds. Mikey Waltrip, of course Dale, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, all of them. Harry Gant. Here's Miss Carol sneaking up on me, scaring me. Awesome Bill. More vintage stuff, vintager. You bought something from here, right? Yeah. 5 and he marked it down to 3, so yeah, wheeling and dealing over here. Lots of figures, books. There's been lots of books up here. Stuff underneath. Books about cars. Everyone needs to build this at least once. Comics and Japanese stuff I don't know anything about. Okay, we're here at the Anime Egg Roll booth. Of course, it's all Japanese stuff that I don't know anything about. Anime Girl Optimus Prime, that's kind of cool. It's expensive though. These are like CNC machines. That's interesting. And then some airplanes. Pistol War. Gundams. Gunpla, whatever they're called. Girls and Panzer. And there's big ones on the bottom. Filming on this on my phone, so it's a little difficult. That's pretty cool. Fake cross stuff.
Licensing rights can get complicated.
There's another booth. Decals $1 per sheet. Photos $1. More airplanes. Testers. Blue box. I wonder what's in there. Put my bag down. F5. Can't go wrong with an F5. Starfix, if you want to make yourself cry. Accurate Miniatures Mitchells, I heard those are pretty good. Tamiya 88. Special hobby B18s. Those are cool. RB66. That's kind of cool too. $10, only external storage for multiple kits. So, probably just using that box to keep it all in. And then books. And DVDs too. So here at Plastic Library, they do dot sale stuff. This one, 40 years ago.
But
I think it's probably ass. And lots of accessories and figures. Airplanes. And on the very end we have some ships. So that's fun. Junk. Fallen seeds. Box art. Books. Magazines. I'll tell you, if they get any bigger, they're going to need a bigger venue. Tommy Paints. Make wash. Accessories galore. Lots of decals and resin. Quick boost stuff. And here's some 350 scale airplane packs. Tunguska. And here we've got the Grex stand. All kinds of good tools.
I saw your video. Yeah, that's how they did it. How they did it.
And kits. I bought from him too. And Atomic City merchandise pretty cool.
One of the guys was such a $3. He goes, "Oh, I got my own Walmart." I said, "Yeah, I have it when they get well." They wind up bringing my old model kit and all your work.
That's cool, that Air Cobra. I love that airplane.
For a second.
Sea Lab.
Yeah, they probably are.
Super Monarch. Big Fletcher, good Gato, and Hornet. Aaron's got that Hornet kit. He needs to work on it. Books. French infantry. I wonder if they retreat. Oh, joke.
Except for the 54. But the 56 and the 57.
55. There's a 55 with opening doors too. The chassis and all of them are pretty much the same.
Yes, 56 is the one.
Here's the last type. Look at the funky box art on that. Looks like it's sniffing you. Every table's got something unique. You know. Well, there you spruce goose and a bear. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's all the vendors. I think they're done judging, so hopefully we can look at the kits now. What's up, YouTube? Finally made it home. So it's a 5-hour round trip, exactly. And here to show you the haul, pretty much. So the way it went, of course you saw me looking over the vendors, and then by the time I got done, the judging had finished on the build-ups. The people were packing them away and it was really crowded. So my little stack that I picked up, not too little actually, and then Carol's here too. Say hi, Carol.
Hi.
And she's going to show you her stack. So we're just going to go from the top here. First, we got the buy one get one free booth. This little bitty 1 to 480 C5, which is a huge airplane in real life. But take a look at this little thing. Isn't it cute? So that was cool. I'm gonna do it in the white, of course. I like that. And then I got this. Now, believe it or not, I've never built an aircraft carrier. So this is my first aircraft carrier. The Revell Enterprise. I got these two in the same combo deal. 1 to 1200 scale. This comes from the lifelike stuff. Alright, next. So I told you this morning I wanted to get ships, and I got ships. I got this in the raffle, I believe. Pit Road. What scale is this? 1 to 700. USS Miami, CL-89. That's pretty cool. I've never built a cruiser either. I have the Ticonderoga in stash. So that's pretty cool. Next, I also got this in the raffle. The Academy Kitty Hawk, 1 to 800. This is a cool kit. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. It's a good size too. Theo's over there on the table, if you can see it. He looked at me. Okay, so the first thing I bought this morning was this kit. This is Hasegawa. This is from the 70s, I think. Oh, 1987. Never mind. It says it right there. This is the IPMS Vanguard, which is the last battleship launched. They launched it in 46. And there's a French battleship, the Jean Bart, was completed officially in 55, but it had been launched during the war. So this is the last battleship completed. This is the only plastic kit of it. It's 1 to 450 scale. And it's a good size too. It even comes with an electric motor, so you can put it in the tub. now we're getting to the big stuff. So we'll move some of this stuff here. Alright, so this, I'm very grateful for this. This is the Tamiya 350 scale Masashi. And it's just an excellent box. I like that curve there. Very, very interesting design. But I got this for free from my friend Chris, and I appreciate it immensely. Technically, Masashi was the heaviest battleship ever built because it was heavier than Yamato, and it was built in Nagasaki. And of course, she was put down by carrier aircraft and whatnot. But I will be getting like the big photo etch set for this and the wood veneer decks and everything. This kit is perfect. Only one problem is, and this is no fault of Chris's, he got this for free and then passed it on. There's a split right there. But no problem because there's already a seam line that will have to be taken care of. So a little glue and it'll be fine. So that's Masashi, last Japanese battleship ever commissioned. And then at the end of the show, everyone was trying to get rid, so I made a deal on this to go with it. This is the Tamiya Missouri, and I'll be doing it in the camouflage, the 1944 camouflage when she went on sea trials. Now Missouri is number 63, but she was delayed, and therefore she was launched and commissioned after Wisconsin, so she is the last American battleship built. And this kit doesn't have any problems. This is an excellent kit. Just like the Yamato. There's your hull. You may be asking yourself, where are you going to put all this? The answer is, I don't know, and I don't have an answer. So, we are going to reset the table here, and Carol's going to show you her stuff. Or I will show you Carol's stuff, actually. And then we'll let you get on with your day. Okay, this morning I said I wanted the 200 scale Olympic. I didn't find it. I found this instead. This is the I Love kit, I Heart kit, whatever. It's the other company that goes with Trumpeter and Hobby Boss. They're all the same, owned by the same people, apparently. 1 to 200 scale USS Hornet. I usually don't talk about prices very often. But I will say this is a $500 model, and it's worth every penny of that. But I got this for $200, and I'm very grateful for that. Of course, you can see the box is almost as tall as I am. And I had to fold down the seats in my car to fit this in there. So here's the lid. I'll show you. We just opened this, Carol and I. She's working the camera. I really haven't gone through it, but we looked at the hull here. If you've never seen something like this, this is amazing and insane at the same time. So here's your full hull, and it's heavy. It probably weighs 5 pounds. My mind's going to the machine that makes this and how big it is. Yeah, this is huge. And then, of course, your screws come in boxes here, so we'll just take one out here and show you. There's your runners. Plumb full, as we say down here. So there's one. This has the air wing in it. They're all clear, of course, so you don't have to paint the canopies. You just mask off the canopy with like a liquid mask or something, and then paint the airplane with a primer, and then your paint. Let's open this one. Maybe. Hanger-based stuff, all kinds of stuff in here. Just gobs and gobs of runner trees. There's got to be 30 trees maybe. I'll count. Fourth one here. It's not taped. There's your island. So that's one piece there. And yeah, so that little enterprise I showed at the beginning, I bought that as kind of a joke to go with the big one. And I made the joke that I'll just do a forced perspective diorama. It's just 20 miles away. But it would probably fit on the island of this. You have more of the air wing in here. And then I don't have it over here to show, but I also got the bonus pack. I don't know if it's complete or not, but I got some of it. And it's got some pre-painted B-25s and oh, there it is. It's got some pre-painted B-25s and some Devastators. Now, Illinois has horrible roads, especially interstates. So the Devastator's got a little bit damaged. There's some propeller blades in this again, some wheels broke off, but glue them back on, it'll be fine. They're pre-painted. And then it came with some figures. So I got that. That was thrown in. Let's take a look at the rest of this here. You have this big, I think this would be the decks. I don't know. This is my first experience with something like this. Yes, this is the decks. Here we've got your aft section of deck. And your midsection. Oh, that's your hangar deck. The upper deck is transparent. So that's pretty cool. I did not know that. So you can see through to the hangar deck. And then there's that, the hull. I don't see the photo etch. It's probably in one of the boxes or with the book. I'm going to try and dig that out so we can show you that. Okay, so we found the photo etch. It was, well, Carol found it. It was in with the air wing. I wasn't finding it in the book or anything. I was kind of worried, but it's all here. And then some. Because it has a full air wing already, I'm pretty sure. At least it's got all the Mitchells that go on it. But anyway, so here we go. We're going to look at this. We've got the chain there. And I don't know what most of these are, but you'll see. And then part of a crane probably. And some ladders. And then here we have some ladders. some more. Whatever, I don't know. Railings, of course, on something this scale, you need railings. Lots of railings. I'm not great at photo etch, and this is really going to challenge me. I'm going to get some specific tools for sure. This, we're looking middle of next year, maybe earliest. And this is a long-term project, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So you have more railings, more ladders, antennas, whatever, everything, you know. Anything that looks fragile is on here. And that's a duplicate sheet. And then you have more railings and more railings. There's your CXMA1 or -1, CXAM-1 radar, the bed spring looking one. Then went to the dish, which is the -2, I believe. So here we go. We'll flip this around. Here's your painting guide, your standard trumpeter style painting guide. It's got references for all the major brands, including Model Master, which they're out of business. Yeah, that's the Hornet camouflage at Coral Sea, I think, and then the Doolittle raid. I don't know. I'll have to do my research. And then we'll just flip through a few pages of the book here. So under deck detail. Here's your making guns. There are gun barrels somewhere. I put them somewhere. Maybe I didn't show them. Oh well, I'll find them. I saw them. They're metal gun barrels for the 5-inch mounts that come in the kit. So flip. Just island things here. You can see all the PE. Half the parts are PE, pretty much, it seems. Boats, of course, deck. So you got full under deck spars there. Doolittle, Midway. I meant Midway. I don't know why I said Coral Sea. And then your final. But yeah, that's the kit. I'm going to turn this around, sit down and have a little chat about, not really something serious, just something that's been on my mind lately. Nothing to worry about though. Okay, I sat down. I am exhausted. My knees hurt, my back hurts, my head hurts. Everything hurts. Dehydrated. The things we do for models. Good problems to have. So, I know I made it sound like something bad was happening, but I promise you it's not. So I've been thinking about, of course you saw that I bought tons of ships today. And it's been really on my mind about ships. I'm doing the Constitution right now. Half inclined to work on it a little tonight, just because once I get the yards done, flat coat and into rigging, and they'll be done. I've been thinking about ships, so about me, I started model building probably around 2013. My first model would have been a ship. It was at Revell, Arizona, not Arizona, the Missouri. A really old one from 1953 that was Revell's first in-house kit. And the one I built was from the mid-70s. My grandma got it at either an auction or a yard sale or something, and someone had put Tester's red tube in it, and it was still good. It was a newer tube, a red tube, and I built it on the dining room table, glue and everything. in, you know, half an hour or whatever. And so my first plastic kit was a ship, and they've always, I don't know, I've just always been enthralled by the Navy and ships and stuff. Of course, I love airplanes as well. What I'm going to school for is to be a commercial airline pilot. But ships have always been special to me for one reason or another. I don't live near the ocean or anything, so I don't know where it came from. As far as family history, my great-granddad was a Marine. He went to Vietnam, and I believe it was his granddad was a destroyerman in World War I. I don't know about the specifics of who it was there. But as far as Navy and history in my family, that's it. And I never met either of those men. So why am I telling you this? I've been thinking about ships a lot. And yes, they're expensive. For example, that was a $200 kit I just showed. And that's actually a $500 kit. But I give $200. And those, take those Tamiya battleships. They're about 100 a piece. Those are older ones. You know, you can get the brand new, a brand new Yamato. Who makes it? I forget. It doesn't matter. There's a brand new 350 scale Yamato kit out that came out last year, and it's about 200 bucks. It comes photo etch and everything. But even then, at $200, think about what you'll do with that. And I've been fighting this Constitution. I mean, I've been fighting it. It's got me down a couple times, but it's really opened my eyes to what you can do with a ship and how much effort you could put into a ship. I've been doing that Constitution for 9 months. I started 1st of January 2025. It is September 13th. I'll be lucky if I get it done by 1st of January 2026. Truly. So even at $200 for, let's say, a 350 scale Yamato or Musashi, you can work on that kit for a year. You know, maybe 2 if you really want to. If you get a full photo etch and wood veneer set like I plan on doing, you could work on that kit for 2 years if you wanted to. So if you break that down, that $200 down, into your cost per hour, then model ships have the best ratio of any plastic kit. Because look at 48 scale airplane prices these days. I talked about this a little bit this early this morning. I really want to save it for the end here. The Tamiya F4B is a $90 kit, you know, and you can spend some time on that, sure, but at the end you still have a 48 scale airplane. Yeah, so I believe ships give you the best dollar per hour price. And for someone that's, you know, I'm not insinuating everything, I've never been hard off or anything. Always had everything I needed and then more. But of course I buy all these myself, and you know, I work in retail at a part-time job, and I go to school and everything, so you know, for stuff you want to do, sometimes the money's not there. And saving up for a kit that you can work on for 2 years. So if we take each one of those, the Missouri, the Musashi, and then the big Hornet, I mean, 2 years a piece, if we really wanted to stretch it, that's 6 years worth of models right there in just 3 kits. So all of this is coming down to something I've enjoyed for a long time is ships. when you work it out, they're pretty much the cheapest on the block, and you get a lot of hobby time out of them. Now, it's a big investment, of course, up front. And then, of course, you have to store them somewhere, and that can be tricky too, and you have to have somewhere to display them, and I have that problem, and I will think of solutions to that problem in the meantime, but we'll think of that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. All this to be said, of course, I've been building models over a decade, probably about 12 years. I never focused, you know. I went to the show today, amazing stuff. I went last year, amazing stuff. And I could see what guys put out, and I, who have not been doing this nearly as long as I have, and I can't help but feel that my stuff is behind a little bit. Which is, you know, there's no correct way to do this. It's what makes it fun. And sometimes I'm not having fun, and I'm putting out mediocre stuff, and it's not fun because it doesn't look good. And I think, why am I doing this? You know, with something like that Hornet, you can really focus. It can take you a week to get through a single step, but you can really break it down into its component pieces and work on every single thing bit by bit and really focus. And of course, the common subject matter of the ships, there's a really, so each type of model really has its own skill set. There's stuff that, of course, carries over, basic stuff, cutting, gluing, sanding, filling. And there's stuff about handling paint that transfers over, but there's some stuff about airplanes that don't transfer to tanks, tanks that don't transfer to cars, and cars that definitely don't transfer to ships. And I've just never had the focus. I've built everything, you know. And of course I like many different things, so that's part of it. But I've built everything. I'm going on 10 minutes here. I've just never been able to focus. So I think I'm not going to change the channel or anything, and it'll stay the same. But I think I'm going to focus on ships a lot more in the future. I'm going to look through the stash. I'm probably going to get rid of a couple things. We'll see who wants them first, and if not, I might put them on my eBay. I'll let you people know, that way you can go, you know, make an offer or whatever. But I think I'm gonna try and focus here, so because I'd like to put out something good, you know. I don't feel like I've done that really ever. There's been stuff that I think looks good, like compared to what I think really looks good. It's not there, and I want it to be there. So, life's too short to build crappy kits. Yeah. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Of course, I like some crappy kits. There's some crappy kits out there that I actually do like. For example, that Missouri, the Revell Missouri we were talking about earlier. It's my favorite model of all time. It was my first plastic kit. I built it probably 2 or 3 times. The most recent one was I made a copy of the factory store display without the plexiglass cover. I painted a wood base and that teal color and everything, and I copied that basically. I did that a few years back, before the channel. was still in the old, we were still in a different room when I did that one. But that's my favorite kit, and I know it's a piece of crap. I agree it's a piece of crap. Probably should stop producing it. That'd probably be best, but that's my favorite kit. So yeah, I'm going to channel my focus, I believe. There are some kits in there that I will keep. The Johan kits I'm keeping. The Tamiya Tomcat I'm keeping. There's an M109 kit that I'm keeping because I have a personal connection to that. Well, I don't, but someone that I know does. And probably a few others that I'm forgetting. But there's a lot of car kits in there. You know, not a lot. There's like 4 maybe. I don't have a giant stash. I got like 12 kits that I will probably be offloading, hopefully for compensation of some type. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. This is like the 13-minute long segment. Thanks for watching the video. It's probably a long one, and if you're close at all, it's a 2.5 hour drive for me, and I know everyone not willing to do that, but I mean, for me, it's worth it. You know, I am dog tired, but man, I had fun, and those guys are fun. They really are. I hope the camera didn't pick that up. That was hilarious. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I know I haven't put out in like a month. So school, the first month of school is always crazy. I've got the hang of it now. So I'll start putting out. We're getting into fall time and the winter time, so things will start calming down here. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on anything in the video. Yeah, just let me know your thoughts, and I'll start putting out more stuff for folks to watch, and for me too personally. I like doing this. It's fun. Yeah, I think that's it. Join us on Wednesday for the live stream. 7:30, 8 o'clock ish, Central Daylight Time. There's no really set time, just around there. Sometimes we get to talking, and Lord knows when we get to talking. We were getting dirty looks in the restaurant today. We'll just say that. But thanks so much for everything. I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of in my feels today. I don't know why. That's okay. Yeah, thank you so much. And everyone stay safe. Build models, buy models, please. Keeps the companies in business, and we like that. And Carol's rushing me. She's right here. She's gonna press the button. Build models. Maybe one of these days we'll do a viewers build type of deal. Those are always popular, it seems. So I mean, if you want to, my email's always in the description box. So go ahead and send me your thoughts, and thanks for watching. Sorry it's 15 minutes in this last segment, but I just needed to talk about some things. So have a good weekend, have a good week, stay safe. We live in a crazy world sometimes, and that's okay. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.